Yeah, episode 12. We about to be back live. Y'all don't worry about nothing. What I want y'all to do is stay tuned. I got a special guest in the building with me. It's Full Blown Trapping TV, episode 12.
Everybody worry what the fuck I'm doing. I be getting money, that's why they hating what I'm doing. You ain't getting money, what the fuck is you doing? Watch me show them lame niggas how to do it.
Yeah, we back, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, everybody, wherever you're tuning in from. First of all, let me say this: it's episode 12, and we've made it here. Twitter, all my Twitter people out there, or they call it X. I don't know what y'all doing right now. It's a lot going on. We'll speak about that later at 8 p.m. on the Culture Show. But this is Full Blown Trapping TV, episode 12. I have a special guest in the building tonight. If you're on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, you can share this live right now. On any of those platforms that you want to share with Qamil, you can. Facebook, any of them things, you can share it right now. But yeah, I have a special guest in the building with me today. I have the pleasure today of bringing on one-on-one with Mr. 365, Full Blown Trapping TV, Miss Qamil.
Southside.
That's big. That's big. I like that in you, because that's one thing you ain't gonna tell us Southsiders is we ain't gonna scream about that South Side.
Marion Franklin's finest in the building.
Man, talk about it. About it. Look, I love these interviews that I do, because every interview that I do, before I get to ask a question, y'all get to talking. Like, I'm like, hey, go ahead. Hey, go ahead. Beats the first question. Born and raised on the south side of Columbus, Ohio. Like, and if you know that hashtag, the Southfield, Marion Franklin area. You know what I'm saying? Before that, they know Miss Qamil. So dope, right? We have in the building. I have the pleasure of having on Full Blown Trapping TV today with me. Let's all the people out there watching, yeah.
We out here.
My bad. I had audio running on my phone too. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Unprofessional. But how are you, Qamil?
I'm good. I'm sleepy, but I'm good.
Me and you both, so we on the same type of time today.
It's the kids, man. The kids just
kids, like, man, and people know, and people who know me know I really don't do my personal life too much on like social media, but like I do my kids, or I do like Rich love the kids. You feel me?
Parents out here.
It could be your kids. You know what I'm saying? If you say we having a party, look, people know me from throwing parties and stuff in the entertainment business, but shit, when it comes to these kids, I'm gonna turn them up. We're gonna have Welch's sparkling punch, grape juice, what little crumplets, and all of that for the kids.
Got a little girl too, so yeah, all the things.
So
we out here trying to make dreams come true and keeping little people alive, and it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot for a dad, mom. Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't got past Miss Qamil, where she's from. I got a couple things I want to get into with you today. It's a pleasure having you. I do want to say first and foremost, I want to give you your flowers while you're here, while I got the pleasure to having you on my platform, just of what you've done in the entertainment game around the city and beyond, but what you especially do in the city, that doesn't go unrecognized by someone like myself or your peers. I see what you're doing. It's dope. It's so dope. Let's say that. You know what I'm saying? Let's put that out there. It's so dope. And y'all, I appreciate people like you that I can look to. You know what I'm saying? Other women, people that I can recommend to people when they're looking for certain things and situations. I appreciate you being one of those people I can recommend to others and peers in this business.
I
I
appreciate
want to give you those flowers
it. Thank you.
before we jump into this, Miss Camille.
Oh boy, I'm in the interview seat this time. We're usually on your side of the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what I like to do. See, my one of my niches in this game, I have a lot of industry fans, friends, a
Mhm.
lot of people that's behind the scenes in this business that are movers and shakers like yourself, even on the independent level and on the industry level. So I
Yeah,
want to interview those people. You did what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that's my thing. I want to put y'all out there and in doing what we do, because people always put me on the hot seat, and I'm like, why y'all want to interview me? Like, so I'm do that to my friends, but I'm gonna make it more, what I'm saying, fun for my friends.
yeah.
What I
Appreciate.
want to ask you though, the first question I do want to jump into and ask you is, Camille, a Renaissance woman. What does that mean to the people? Tell the people what that means.
What a Renaissance woman. A Renaissance woman does a whole lot of shit. Like she don't do one thing. She has her hands in all the things. So for me personally, I'm an artist. I make music. I make R&B. I'm a soul singer. I'm a songwriter. But I also produce live shows. I also ran an open mic for years and years and years. I also host what I would say is the dopest live R&B soul show in Columbus right now.
Now talk about it. Say it.
I have a podcast. I mentor artists. It's something different all the time for me. So that's what a Renaissance woman is. She wears many hats, put it that way.
Nah, that's dope. Like I said, I like to get into my interviews. I do my homework. I do my research on people, and you know, the fun thing that I do get with these interviews is I know you. We have a personal, outside of this, but when you send me your bio or you send me your work, I get to dig deeper. I get to find out these things, and that gives me, my go-to. So that's dope to hear these things for you, what a Renaissance woman means to you. And I know a lot of your influences, I'm a little older, but I see a lot of your influences are of those of the older culture of the R&B music, of the 70s disco and R&B band and
Mhm.
um, chic, and just talk about your influences a little bit.
So when people teenage me, when I decided, I kind of really want to sing, I was listening to Bad Boy, which was Carl Thomas, Faith Evans, 112. That was like me in my room. That's like, okay, one day I might want to be a singer. It took a long time to get there because I had stage fright real bad. So it happened when it was supposed to happen. But those are my influences. Growing up, gospel. I was in the choir. My mom's choir director. My dad was always playing Whitney and Luther, so I had both of that: the gospel, the R&B. Chic, my aunt Norma Jean Wright, she was the original lead singer of Chic, like "Freak Out," "Good Times." That's her singing. And I didn't even realize that was her until I was a teenager. I didn't even know. My grandma had the gold record on the wall. Never paid attention. It was never like, this is your aunt and she's like famous. She was
Right.
just Norma. So I had that in me and didn't even realize that she had already did what I was going to try to do or end up doing later on. So music heavily was a part of my life. I've always been into, songwriting, even as a little kid, just writing, period. I'm a writer first. Um, and eventually, songwriting turned into me being less scared to get on stage. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to do this for real around 2011. And I've been going ever since.
Okay, 2011. So is stage fright still a thing for you?
No, not like it was. I had like knee knocking, could like just stand, stare, get through the song. Like it wasn't really fun yet. And I had to learn some things to get myself through that. Like nobody knows I'm nervous unless I tell them I'm nervous. Like those are
Right.
the kind of talks I started having with myself over the years. So now I still get the butterflies a little before I go
Right.
on stage, but I'm much more comfortable
And I
doing it.
think that's natural
Yeah.
for a performer or entertainer to get butterflies, because I'm reading for a new series right now that we're shooting, and even though I know what I'm doing, confidently in my head, it's still like once we get to reading, I want to make sure I'm, you
Yeah.
know So I get that. Yeah, as an entertainer, you got.
Little performance anxiety, but I think that just means you care still. Like you still care about doing it right.
I want to talk about, like, you spoke a little bit about the multi hats that you wear in the business. Speak a little bit about the open mics and the R&B open mics and just the events that you do and the opportunities that you might have for artists out there that are watching.
I started hosting events around the same time that I decided I wanted to be an artist because I wanted to be someone. I wanted to provide opportunities for myself as well as for other artists. I knew coming in, like I didn't want to just wait for people to book me. I wanted to be the one booking people. I wanted to be the one that created platforms for my peers because I feel like as an artist, when we put a show together or put an event together, we get it in a way that people who differently than people who aren't artists. Like it's more personal. We understand the artist better. So 2011, after my first event, had a slew of people like at Von Jazz when it was open, and
Shout
from
out Von Jazz.
shout out to Von Jazz, such a beautiful place. And it kind of kept going from there. Eventually, had a open mic sold off Sunday. Was at Scarlet and Gray on
I
campus.
remember. I remember your. I remember that.
Yeah, it was like the thing to do on Sunday for a few years. And then I took a break, had some babies, brought it back. Then the pandemic hit, it went away. But in between that, I was doing showcases, mostly R&B, featuring singers, and I'm still doing that now at Soul Sunday, which is
Okay.
every first Sunday at Natalie's. And then I had a open mic series this summer, Soul Comp open mic. We actually have one next Friday is the last one, but that's for anything. You rap, you sing, you dance, whatever. We'll be at Wild Goose. You can come out and rock to end off summer with that one. So I'm kind of getting away from the open mic game. I'm more interested now at this point in producing bigger live shows.
I definitely understand that. Coming from a person who's been doing the same thing,
Yeah,
I tend to not make these interviews about myself. So, I don't
so
want
it's
to put.
a conversation.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, but I understand everything that you say. I've came to a conclusion even now. Like, I wear many hats in this entertainment business, and then the longer longevity that you have in this business to even be relevant. Let's start there. Like, I'm the age I am, and to even be relevant to 20-year-olds is cool. You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like a lot of people my age ain't even cool in in this demographic. Like, so the fact that I'm accepted, I'm still able to work in this business, I tend to fall back from certain things or certain areas I might have been doing for a long time. Like, all right, I've been holding it down, doing these events or doing these shows for a long time.
yeah,
Other people are coming in trying to make their mark, do their thing. Let me step out the way. You
something
know what
like
I'm saying? Because I got this media hat and this manager hat that I wear. Let
yeah,
me just do that and focus on that. So I've been back in my media bag. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm talking to people like yourself, because I got a degree in it and I can talk about it. Well, I feel like once you pay money and you get a degree in something, you should use it. Note the people out there who
use
go
it.
pay and get a degree and go to college and pay for it and pay that money.
Yeah,
Use the knowledge and the tools that you have when you get them. You know,
yes,
even if it's entrepreneurship, which I do,
uh-huh.
I'm using the tools and everything I've learned from my degree. You know what I'm saying? So big up
Same.
to you again. I want to talk about So Dope Entertainment as
So
a whole.
okay,
Let's get into that. Like, where did the okay? Well, you spoke about
yeah,
Qamil as the artist, wanting, how you got your drive and your passion, got the butterflies out, boom, boom, boom. I didn't want to really be just a figure in the game. I wanted to call the shots. I wanted to be a boss. Um, Now, So Dope Entertainment.
yeah.
What made you come with that?
So dope started around that time when I was like, I want to be a singer. But I want to also put things together. And kind of going back to Bad Boy, I was like, I want to make this company, and I want it to be part Bad Boy, part Motown. Like that was
Right,
my thing. So I was like, I want to be like Barry Gordy in a skirt. Like, that's what I want to
right.
do. That's what I want to do in Columbus, Ohio, because it doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 2011 around the same time. Really got going. between 2011, 2014 ish. But So Dope Entertainment, it really just started as that events. It eventually branched out to all kinds of things where I produced the video countdown show. I write books. I like work with artists, like I said, mentor artists. Recently opened a production space, which I'm in right now, to help artists do whatever it is that they need to do. It's just a safe space to come create rentable. Tomorrow I'm producing somebody's podcast. That is what it is. It is all about, it's centered around independent artists, who are my people. Like that's who I get, that's who I understand. And I'm constantly trying to evolve this company and think of ways of what do we need as an art, like as artists, as a community, how can I help other artists? How can I help myself? What can I learn along the way? But that's what Soto Entertainment is. It's the live shows, it's the open mics, it's the podcast, it's the other things that I have coming up next year. Um, so many things. And there's a website if you want to learn more, soldopeentertainment.com.
Hey, we interactive around here.
Look at
You know,
that.
when my guests come on, I want to. You know, it's 2023. People like visuals.
Look at that girl
So
smile. That was at open mic. All of these were at like my events, real actual people who were there, and I just put them together because
nah,
they.
you giving a platform for people that are out here that really want the platform, and that's what it's about. Like I said, I applaud you for what you do, and I'm glad you speaking on everything that I already got in my bag right here for you because this is dope. And I want to get with you about that too because I do these virtual. I've been doing this virtually because I can reach a lot of people, and my network is worldwide. So
Yeah,
it's a difference between me sitting next to people because I do in-person interviews as well.
yeah,
I do different things, but I feel like I'm able to do different things when I do some of my virtual interviews.
yeah.
You know, and I'm able to, tap into a different audience and
Hmm.
I'm actually tapping into like 4 or 5 platforms at once. So it's a lot bigger. But I want to get with you because I got people that's wanting to do some in-person interviews with me that's been hitting me up and they'll be here sometimes. And I know you got
Yeah,
space. So like Camille said, get with her. She has opportunities for people that's in this business that's looking to grow, up and coming artists.
yeah.
Um, her information, we'll share that a little bit later, but tap into her.
And I
And
know people, so if I don't know, I am someone who will find out for you. So if I don't have it, I'm gonna find out who does have it for you. Just hit me up.
yeah, so my next question I want to dang, a lot of you people inspire me. I want to say that like cuz
Oh,
there's a lot of things that I do and a lot of people hit me up and ask me and tell me that I inspire them, but it's people like you that inspire me because of not just one thing, it's multiple things, but this right here is another notch on my bucket list and it's being an author.
yeah,
Speak about being an author, and I know you got some work out. I know
yeah.
you got Satisfaction out that was out in 2010. So
Hmm.
that just lets you know how long you've been doing
That was
this.
a long time. The
Um,
books were first before I got over that stage fright. I started writing stories when I was like 10. I used to at school at Marion Franklin. I used to write short stories and read it to my friends, like in class. The teachers will let me do this,
mhm.
which now I think about was really dope. But all of that love for writing, eventually, I'm like, I'm gonna write a book one day, and I did. And 2010 was when my novel Satisfaction came out, and it's since been re-released, revamped on Amazon. Satisfaction by Camille. It's a
Hold up,
series.
don't hold up, don't look. I'm the one slipping right now, Camille. Hold up. I'm the one slipping right now, Camille. I already got it pulled up for you. What she just said.
Okay, let me slow down.
What she just said.
Satisfaction.
You
There it
can go
is.
get it. You can go get it right now. I'm the one slipping right now, Camille. Call it daddy fatigue.
Part two is being edited. So it's the second book is more. So it is set in Columbus. It's about four successful Black people, young Black professionals, and they all have individual stories. But you might see a high speed chase on Stelzer Road. Like it's really here. Like,
Yeah.
but I was writing for real before I was really ready to sing. Um, and I'm working on the third one for this series. And I self published. I figured it out. I didn't know. And at that time, it was not easy to figure out how am I going to get this book out. I sent the book to publishers and all that stuff. Never heard back. So I am a how can I figure out how to do it myself kind of person. And that's what I did. Designed the cover, did all the stuff. I say if you want to write a book, get a notebook and just start writing stuff. It don't even have to go together.
Okay.
Think of a dope,
So,
something you just like, oh, think of a sentence or a really good thought. Just write it down. You can go back to it later.
so can I tell you something? Because
Yeah.
you just gave a lesson. And shout out to the people that's tuning in right now, man. Shout out to Xavier, that's my guy. He always rock with me on the podcast. He always give good questions, good feedback. Man, shout out to Fonzo Grant tuning in, my dog, my brother. Salute to you and everything you got going in. He said, hey, y'all, to me and Qamil. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. Shout out to drop y'all comments if y'all got questions for Qamil. I'll read them off too as well. So if y'all got any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. But yeah, you said something, Qamil, because I've been writing a book for a few years. Like, and as much as I do things, people think I know everything. I don't know everything. It's certain things that I want to do the right way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like you said, you learned how to do the publishing, you learned everything on your own. So, for a person like me, I'm more comfortable with asking a person or dealing with somebody like you to guide me through what, because I have the content and I have the book. It's just like now I want to produce it and I want to do this
Yeah.
because just like you,
Together.
yeah, I don't want to, I don't, the presentation is everything for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to just say, hey, we're going to have Qamil today. And then it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm there with it. So I might need to get with you on that too, because you just said something for people like, so since you're giving pointers, I might be in your inbox about that business later. We can
I
chop
helped
it up
my friend
about that.
publish his book, and that book is in universities. It is out here. Just help him put it together. I'm here to help. It gives me it's good mojo. It's good. Helping
Yeah,
people helps me. Like
yeah,
so,
definitely. We
yeah.
like I said, you've always been a great vibe, a great spirit. Your personality,
Thank you.
your 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 aura that you when you step in the room, being that type of person and that type of individual that possesses that type of energy. How is it for you to deal with the energy in this industry?
I have to be very careful. I have to stay centered, meaning by myself. Like I have to step away. So when I'm out at an event, it's people. It's a lot. Like you said, energies, different
Yes,
vibes, different intentions, and I'm very in tune and aware of no matter how people approach me. Like I can feel what's good and what's not good. And
fact.
sometimes in this industry, there's a lot of not good. And in order for me to continue to be how I am, to have the spirit that I have, I gotta go home with my babies and watch Dexter's Laboratory and completely.
No, I get you 100%. My friend was just here right before I was doing this interview with you, and I was telling him like, I'm about to do this interview, bro. Like it's crazy because we can like me. What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah,
Sometimes like I'm a character too. See, and like I was telling him, people think from me what they think what I am is what they see on social media, or
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Like they think that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Actually, and we're like, wow. But I'm like, I'm telling him like at the same time, I play my character well.
You have to
You,
protect yourself. And then
yeah,
me on social media, I be talking about frying chicken and popping my titty with grease. That's really like like me. But also, there's some things I have to protect. That's just for my family,
yes,
and just for my friends because I've been hurt a lot. Because when you deal with a lot of different people over the
yes,
years with all
yes.
the different intentions, it's you're gonna get hurt.
You're going to get hurt. And look, you know what? And I don't want to cut you off. I just telling my friend, like I was telling my cousin the other day, people like us are natural um care
Yeah,
humanitarians. We care about people. We like and anybody like I always say this about me, and I can say it about you because I watch it. If a person like yourself can face the same thing that I face in this industry,
mhm,
and and you're a good, and we have two different, like, I'm not saying my
Yeah.
views and your views are probably different in certain aspects, but if a person can do the same thing that they would do for you to me, then that lets us know that it's the evils of the world sometimes.
Really, really
So
is. It's this in this particular industry where it is so many people pretending to be something, and so many people who want something from you, but they present like they're there to support you. And you gotta be able to really have some discernment and to know, like, okay, what am I really like? There's no reciprocation in this. They're really just smiling and they're here. It took me a long time to realize that sometimes people, everybody that's in the audience, is not really there for you. They will buy a ticket and not even like you.
no,
Like,
no,
what
that
is
no, hold up.
going on?
Speaking of that, because you talking about some topics that I'm going, you like that, and that's what I say when I speak to people like you that do what we do. We naturally get into certain conversations that might just go this way or that way. But you say something that makes so much sense. People will pay for your downfall more than they will. It, it's free. Look, let me tell you everything that's free. Let me tell you all the things that me and you ask for people that's free.
Mhm.
Like my status, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, I'm asking you for free things. Like, now, if you buy my album or you buy my content or you buy my merch, that's different. You know, I'm gonna send you a thank you card. I'm gonna
Yeah.
post your you know all of that. I'm gonna give you. But if I'm asking you for free things and you can't even do free things, but the first thing you do, hold up, this is the crazy thing about it.
I think I
I'm
know.
gonna bring it back to what you were saying. The people that you help out of the kindness of your heart, and be the first people to say something about you negative,
Mhm.
and you've
They
never
can't
asked
like
them.
your status
You've
'cause
never asked them for anything, though. I've never asked you for anything, but I've done for you on multiple occasions.
Mhm.
But you have the nerve to speak, and that's my life. Like
Yeah.
when people say negative about me, like you
Yeah.
gotta think. I've barely, rarely ever, it's always something. I've never really rarely responded to anything negative.
Yeah.
Now, if it's went there, it's went there, but
It's
that
hard.
means you seeing one side of the story. So I'm like, hey, I'll
Yeah.
tell everybody every day, believe what you hear about me, whatever rumors that you think.
I used to defend myself and I would get on my status and be like, this is not true.
Yep.
Like, I was just trying to be helpful. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, believe
Yep.
me, I don't have a side of the story.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't have
care.
one.
I
Yeah,
don't care. I care about the people who love me genuinely. I don't care about anything else
that's
at all
it. Because look, it
anymore.
takes a lot for a person because we all got family. Like before we got friends and relationships out here, we got family. So our family teaches us how people on the streets going to do us way before people on the streets do us, whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, your brother and your sister asked you for $5 before somebody on the streets did. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So everybody, it's all about you and how you elevate your mind and how you grow and how you deal with people. Because what what I've learned is, anything that I've done for somebody, I only do it because that's what I want to do.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it looking for nothing in return.
People won't even know. People don't know 90% of the life
Yeah.
poured into others every single
God,
day.
God told me do unto others as you want them to do to you,
Yeah.
and even if I give you $100,
Mhm.
like that means I'm ready to part with this 100,
Yeah.
and I don't even if you pay me back, that's cool. But in my mind, the type of person that I am, I ain't gonna look at you like. But know one thing. Let's know one thing, Qamil. I
Mhm.
ain't asked you for no $100 and I didn't pay you back. So quit asking like, quit acting like. That's what I'm saying about people that talk bad about you. Quit acting like I'm the one who asked for the $100 and I ain't pay you back.
And
Like,
that thing and what you said about people not liking stuff, a lot of times people don't like or comment or share because they can't show the people that they was talking shit to about you that they
the actual transaction.
actually enjoy what you're doing. Like, because they talk so much crap and they think you don't know, right? But like, I just don't speak on things, but I know. So if you're watching this, know that I know. I'm
Yeah.
never going to say anything because I don't care.
Like, no. Know that I know. Like,
I know, but I don't care
I'm
because
inspired
I
Like
go where
by
the love is. Go where the love is. That's what I just keep. That's the point I'm at. Go where the love is, and you
yep,
will never be without. You will never lack anything. That stuff
never.
don't matter. It don't matter.
Never. I'm a firm believer in that too as well. Like, people be wanting me. Oh, why you don't go here, bro? I only go in rooms where I'm wanted at this
People
point.
don't like me. Where am I going?
Yeah, like you want me to come into a room where none of these people like me.
That's what
So
you do
it's
when
just
you're younger. Like I need to be there. I need to be on the scene. And it's like now, the only place I need to be is with my family. If you
yeah,
take me out of my home, out of my pajamas, away from my Netflix and my snacks, and I am there. It is because there's some love in that room. Other than that, I don't care. I'm not
yeah.
coming.
No, no, that's facts. And people tell me all the time, and they be like, "Why wasn't you here? Why weren't you there?" I did that for 15 years, like almost 20. Like I've earned my right to sit in right
Good
here and talk to Camille.
positive spaces.
Yeah, and like my energies in like I said, my kids are my life. Like
Yeah,
watching them grow up and watching them, like I say, just laugh and like
regular stuff.
when I asked my daughter what she when she opened her gifts yesterday, like and she when she opened her shoes that I bought her, like and her face was like what, like oh my god, like
Mhm.
she don't be saying, but like yeah, like these is fly type that
Oh,
because they had the purple Nike sign. I already know how my daughter thinking, like
yeah.
purple Nike sign, these is fly, dad. And she gave me that energy, like but and I got her a purple bike, so she living it. That's my energy, like and like if I'm gonna go out into even a space event, I want it to be like the vibes you create, or like even the shows. Even though I tend to throw more all genre shows, I try to make them versatile where there's all genres. Like
Yeah.
because I don't like too much of anything. I don't want too much rock music, too much pop music, too
Too much.
much rap, too much anything. I don't care if you on stage and then Kirk Franklin come out and stomp. Just
Yes.
make me entertaining for me.
Oh, I love everybody know I am an R&B enthusiast. I am obsessed. That is my world. If you need any questions about how to do some R&B, there. But even my show is an hour and a half. We boom, we do the thing, we go home. It ain't gonna be 12 hours of people singing because I don't want to hear people singing for 12 hours. It's not gonna be no 15 hours. Like it's not gonna happen. It's a thing, and we are done. So I feel that so much.
No, that's crazy. Another thing I wanted to tap in was the music. So we is gonna speak on that. I got a single pulled up all night. Let's speak about that.
All night. I recorded all night in 2021. I went to Baltimore. Shout out to my friend Tasha Carr. She connected me with some people up there that I didn't know. They heard the song. I sent her the song for something else. She played the song for these people. She called me. They want me to come to Baltimore so they can help me actually record the song because they heard the demo. I'm like, I don't know these people like at all. But okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna go make some new connections. So I flew to Baltimore, ended up being there most of the summer of 2021. And we recorded all night. And it was really dope because I was in a room with different ears, people who could hear things in my voice and pull things, encourage me to do things that I wouldn't have done if I was like in a studio by myself, which is how I prefer to record. Totally out of my comfort zone. But I wrote this song as kind of like a old tribute to 70s R&B disco and my aunt Norma. So it's different from any song that I've ever done because it's disco. It's got a disco vibe to it, and it was also like disco is a really dope genre, but it's
Yeah.
much of that genre. Like, but it doesn't have to be because dance is hot. Like, so I
Nah,
wanted to do something fun, and
nah,
that's
that's
why I
dope.
did that song. And it came out incredible. Like it's people love that freaking song. But that's how all night happened. I went away, got in a room with some musicians and stuff out there, and we turned it into that.
All right, so we're gonna give the people a little bit of all night right now, dig into that right now. Let them know what you talking about. Give them this vibe right now
All
that
night,
you
yeah.
talking about. Let's
Good
check into
cookout
that.
music.
Yeah, let's see what Camille talking about, y'all.
All right. Me and my baby, me and my sugar. As we dance, we raise our glasses high. It's alright. Feel the beat and let it take you higher, higher. Me and my baby, have some fun, have some fun. Get it on, get it on. Break the dawn. Me and my baby, have some fun, have some fun. Get it on. Oh, hey, me and my baby, all night, all night. Oh, me and my lover, all night. We are gonna dance all night. Hey, we're gonna so fun.
Hey, you see, I was vibing with the whole time. That was my type of vibes. I've been, I must confess, I didn't had like 3 shots already. Me and my friend was kicking it. Like I said, I had a daddy day yesterday. My daughter spent $500 before 10 o'clock.
Jesus.
Before 10, no, that wasn't even the total bill.
No, it wasn't.
Like before 10 though. So I told him when he asked me, because usually when people come over my house, they like, I have bottles, and you know me, I'm me. So they are, bro, you ain't got no bottle. I'm like, bro, I need to go to the liquor store. He like, I'll take you. When you offer to take me, I'm like, let's go. So yeah, I had a couple of shots before this interview, but as you see, I'm still professional because this is what I do. That has nothing to do with the vibes that Qamil was just putting down on all night. I was just letting you know that the spirit of tequila had me grooving like
The cookout modern disco, I would say.
Hold up, Qamil. We ain't gonna skip past this though.
What?
You got a voice though.
Thank you.
I've heard you personally in live, but you have a voice. Like you sing some R&B, you sing some soul, you sing. It's a great voice, and let's talk about that part of it versus a lot of this newer age music. I'm not dissing the newer age music, but I'm just saying the soul and the passion that you can hear in your voice. Speak about that. Does that come from a lot of choir practices in the back, or just natural?
Yes, I think the choir, they train you. Like, they were like, oh, you can sing, get up there and sing this solo, and you're like 10, and and then you learn the spirituality and praise and worship in it. Like there's something like even in R&B, you worship and love, like it's just something that's in your heart that you can just go back and forth. Like the church kid singers, they just got something different, nothing, like you said, nothing against the newer R&B that's vibey. It's just real, we vibing, we chilling, we grooving kind of thing. And with soul music, it is like you can go vibing and then you're crying and then you're mad, you're throwing stuff, and it's like all of this stuff, and you ain't trying to be cute. Like you can't sing like that and just be cute the whole song. You're gonna make some faces to get this stuff out of you. So I think that is the kind of singer that I am, because those are the singers that I grew up listening to, like the Regina Bells and Whitney's and Aretha, and those kind of singers mixed with more, then Aaliyah's and all of those softer side. When it comes from your soul, you can go both. I always describe myself as a chameleon. You might get all of that on all night, and then I don't know if you're gonna play everything, but that's completely different than all night. Like completely different kind of vibe. And then the music that I have coming is sexier, it's softer, it's like more romantic and sensual. But that's soul, like you can just do whatever. Might jump on a hip hop track. I do that all the time, and they know
Okay,
else.
we're saying that you everything you just said. So, as a writer, performer, singer, songwriter, because you wear all of those hats,
Mhm.
where does your inspiration usually come from making a project, or is a certain project based around maybe a certain feeling, or you just putting out singles or different moods on different projects? How do you create your project? How does it go? How does that process go?
I have to be in the mood to create. I can't force myself to do it. Like my last project, like full collection of songs, was in 2019. I've done All Night as a single. Everything came out after All Night because I was in a space where I had something to talk about, like, or I might hear a producer. Shout out to my main producer, David Huggy Bear. He's in Cincinnati. He might send me something, and if I connect to it immediately, I'm gonna write a song. It may not come out for 2 years, but if I feel it, I'm gonna write. My phone is full of voice notes. I will wake up out my sleep because I just heard like something, or I dreamed a part of a song, and I'll get up before I can like lose it and just sing it into my phone. And I may not come back to it for 3 years, 2 years, 6 months to turn it into a whole song. So it's really not one way. It is just, it's all instinct for me when I'm creating. It's all instinct. It's all feeling. It's all like when the mood strikes, it might be a song. It might be a whole album. Like I just never know.
I'm gonna do something different here that I haven't really seen people do. But like I said, as I continue to grow and do my platform, to set my platform away from other platforms, I like to ask certain questions. And then being, I want to say the first full just R&B. Like I know people have sung, but you being that first R&B artist, I want to ask this question:
Okay.
top five R&B artists that are for you. You write. I don't care, dead or alive, whoever they are. Because I ain't gonna go 10. I always say five on my show. Top five R&B right now. Who you rocking with?
Right now, I listen to BJ the Chicago Kid a lot. Faith Evans always. D'Angelo always. I like Usher always. And let's see. Hmm. One more that I listen to all the time. There's an artist. Her name Alex Isley. I listen to Alex Isley right now a lot too. So her and BJ are like newer, and she is an Isley's brother daughter. Like,
Yeah. And I'm glad, and that's why I said when you ask different people, that's like if I ask a comedian a certain question, they're going to say an answer. It's only when you ask the question in the rap that to the rap genre that it gets tricky. I can ask that question in anything else.
They're gonna have explanations for each one.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one,
you got to have an explanation for each one. But I can ask top five NFL teams, and people gonna say this. Woo, woo, woo. When you get the rappers, you be like, Biggie because he was beefing with Pac, but Pac, he's all like, no, man.
I could go on and on because R&B encyclopedia in my head. I could have named 100 people, but I'm like, right now.
That's what I think right now. Like, and I ain't saying right now, but even if you listen to and you get into your car every day and you play Jodeci every single day, that should be in your top five.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. People don't understand what their top five is. Yeah. I don't think they know. They'll
act like it means that they don't like nobody else. That's
no. The person, look. First of all, let's get this straight. For people that don't understand top fives, the first person in your top 5 should be the person that you go to as soon as you get in the car. And your aux cord goes to your phone.
right there.
That should be the first person in your top
You
five.
hop in my car and I play my playlist, my
Yeah,
life playlist. Those are probably gonna be the first 5 people
yeah.
on the list, and
But
then it's
people
gonna
make
be
it so difficult. They
yes,
name people they're not even listening to.
yeah, it's gonna be 400 other people. Of course, I like
Yeah,
Aaliyah. Of
yeah,
course, I like Kelly Price. Of course, like there's no that's just it. But that is
yeah.
we put the list in. We go to the store right now.
And if they were making music, or Lee was making music right now, or Tupac or Biggie, I'm sure they would be in a lot of people's top fives. That's like a non-given. But you can't say that. Like, we want to know. All right, we got look. We got to start doing. We got to start playing the game. Open your playlist.
Yes,
Open your playlist.
first 5 songs on your playlist. Who
Yeah,
wanna-
first five of your songs on your playlist, and we're gonna judge you by it. This is a game we playing.
you can listen to on repeat. But who's on
Listen your playlist when Ted comes
Yeah.
over.
Like, there's 400 songs on my playlist, but they're in the playlist. They're gonna always be in the playlist. Like,
Right.
that's simple.
If you narrow it down to the most artists on your playlist, that's your top five.
Yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now.
Yeah.
And of course, D'Angelo and Forever. But yeah, absolutely.
See, D'Angelo went by default. I knew when that nigga got naked in that video. He just gonna have everlasting
I was
impact.
thinking about that video yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. You just randomly think about it. You just wake up like, yeah. I remember when he came down the screen, like, I was like, what is he
I
doing?
was sitting on the couch with my mom folding laundry, and we both were trying not to react. And I came home from school from Marion Franklin, sat down. I think 106 in Park or something was on, and this video comes on, and we're both trying to keep a straight face because that's my mom, our daughter. This is happening like, on the TV, and that was a moment in history. And
No, that's a moment in history. So explain the
moment-
after. So what was said? Who made the first comment after the D'Angelo video? You or mom?
I was just no one. We just moved on to the next video, but we didn't really talk during the entire video. Because what do you say?
D'Angelo, you got some explaining to do. We got to get you on full blown trapping.
Yeah, like I saved that later for the friends. Like, did y'all see that video? Oh my god! It's like
Change households in America across
I
the
remember
world.
that moment vividly, sitting on the couch in the basement on Burley Drive in Southfield.
Shout out Burley Drive, man. Shout out to my grandma's street, man. Yeah, I'm a Buellin baby, but shout out to my second home, Burley.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dang, that's crazy. Because I seen a lot of videos on Burley Drive too, and Buellin. But yeah, D'Angelo tripping for that, man. We gotta know the marketing. We gotta understand the marketing behind that. Like as adults now, like
That was genius.
this is what I be telling a lot of these young cats. We didn't need social media, bro. Our social media was commercials and TV. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand. Every major network nowadays has like a TikTok, a YouTube, a Facebook channel. Every social media you have, your favorite cable station that you used to watch has it. So at this point, it's no reason to have cable unless you have YouTube TV. And YouTube TV, y'all need to sponsor me because that I don't just shout out people for fun. But the reason why I'm saying that is because if ABC is showing a live shit on YouTube TV, why not just watching YouTube TV and they got every live show? What are we doing here? Everything is on YouTube. This is like
on YouTube and Hulu. Every nighttime prime TV show is on Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
Have the like,
but I'm saying on YouTube, it's live, like real. I watch it. But the reason to say is it's so ingenious for these companies to know that all they got to do is have a regular page and run their content on these pages.
And the shorts, that's a thing too, because now we can get into marketing as an artist. Yes. Now we're in business mode. It's also reels and shorts on YouTube. My 5-year-old will spend hours watching shorts. And mom, can you buy me this toy? Mom, can you buy me this? From shorts.
That's what my Roblox, like they played it. But that's what I love it. That's all I do. There's going to be a million shorts out of this whole little segment that we got, but it's going to be informational and it's going to be what the people want to hear. It's going to be what you really said that really stuck out. And that's why I love like where the content game is going versus like I see where we didn't have, we really had to learn these things, but you can see where my daughter has had an iPhone since she was probably 2 years old.
And she know how to use that thing.
No, she got a brand new one for her birthday, like the new shit, like a 14 or something, like
You take
for her
another
birthday.
shot for
She's
that.
only in second grade.
You
She
deserve
only,
another shot for that.
her daughter, her sister bought her that. That's the most
Oh,
sister
okay.
shit. Like we've been giving her hand me downs all these years. Like here, you get the old phone.
Yeah.
Her sister kept talking about at the party yesterday. Like sister got you the best gift, right? Like, and then when she pulled it out, like yeah, brand new iPhone
Brand new
for
iPhone.
a 7-year-old. Like her picture quality's better than mine. Like
That's your generation though. Like
baby,
they,
let me use your phone real quick to take this picture. Like I gotta ask my 7-year-old to use
I
her.
didn't get a cell phone until I was going to college, but that's the normal life for them. Like,
No facts.
and these companies know, and that marketing that when I find a new singer, it's not because I went and watched a 4-minute video. I rarely watch a whole music video. It's because somebody posted a 15-second clip
Clip. Yep.
of themselves singing, and I was like, who is this? I love their voice. Follow. And then I'm on Spotify. Follow. That's it. And I be trying to tell people you can do less.
You can,
And
but look, speak about this then. Speak about this then. Since you just said that, speak to the younger generation that hasn't had to go through what we had to go through with like printing up flyers and CDs and passing and going and meeting people in person.
Put them on the car under the car windshield.
Under the windshield wiper or the door handle or the window.
Like, get off my car.
Get off my car.
It's raining. And you like
Alarms going off.
Come to my open mic on, here's the flyer that I spent $1 million on that you're going to throw on the floor at the club.
Right.
Like, you don't have to do none of that. You don't have to. You should spend. I mean, everything you do should be of good quality. So even if you decide I'm not going to shoot a whole music video, I'm going to do some content, some clips. Get you a good camera. Get the same, get you something good so it'll look good. But build that bank of things and then get the people a little bit. It really doesn't take that much to make a new fan, but your shit need to be good and it need to be crisp. And people, I think, don't promote their things enough. I went to an artist page the other day because I book people for Soul Sunday at Natalie's every first Sunday. We do live R&B, house band, whole thing. So I'll be looking for artists for next year. I'm already looking. Somebody mentioned a singer. I go to the singer's page. I'm scrolling. I don't see nobody singing nothing. I don't know where the videos are. I don't see no links to this person stuff. So I'm gone. Like, that's it. Had I in the first 5 seconds seen this person singing and they were dope, I probably would have hopped in the inbox or, there's not even contact information.
Downfall. Me, like I said, I like speaking to people like you because you touch on certain things that as a person in my position looks for as well. It's a difference between your personal page and your business page or your artist page or your whatever you're promoting. So the first thing that you should see on a page that says full blown trapping TV is content.
Make it easy.
You shouldn't see me in front of a Maserati.
Because I don't care about that.
Like it's full blown trapping TV, 1-on-1 with Mr. 365, the culture show. You should see content for that. Artists talking about what they do multiple times. Like, dang, he has different content and different artists saying this. You shouldn't see me in front of a Benz. Like that should be on my personal page. And I think that's what the difference between artists. They don't, first of all, want to take the time to grow another audience, or like people are simple-minded. So they like me. I know. See me. I know who I am. I know I have 20,000 followers on my real page. So if you don't want to go follow my business page, fine. Fine. Okay, it's fine. That is cool. Just know it exists. And if you ever want to go over there for content, it's there.
And I'm gonna make sure you can never say you didn't know that it exists.
Yeah, and I think a lot of artists being artists and being in the business have that's an ego basher. When you go look, like I don't care when you look at my page and be like, it's less 100 or less followers because I just really built this page.
Yeah.
Like when I start a new business, I build everything from the ground up.
And them followers
YouTube.
are not the same thing as engagement because you can
Yeah,
have.
no. My engagements be slapping.
I,
Like
I have
I'll be like,
3,000
yo,
Instagram followers, and I've been
yeah,
doing this for 10 years.
TikTok, yo, my. It's like you don't have to like that's the business nowadays. Again, Camille, you don't even have to be following me no more.
Yep.
You gonna see my content.
I'll
My
see.
stuff gonna come down on, and if you want to scroll past it, you can, but it's gonna come down to For You page.
I don't follow Target, but I see Target ads.
Facts. Facts. As soon as you go buy a receipt from there, you put your phone number in. It's like,
Still gonna be in my timeline, whether I follow them at all. And that's really the point. There's so many resources, and that goes to artist development too. But people are not going to feed you the game. They're not going to.
no.
You have to be thirsty. You have to be a student forever and learn. I've been doing this for a really long time. I am taking a content marketing certification class right now, even though I kind of know what I'm doing. But the first 10 minutes of the class, I'm like, oh, like there's so many other things that need to be happening. You have to constantly be learning, constantly be willing to learn, constantly humble yourself. None of us know everything. Most of us aren't using social media the best way that we can
At all.
And there's free information to teach us how to do it better. But
it is.
Nobody should have to scroll through your page to find what you do, like what you ate for breakfast, which like I'm trying to book you for a show, but I don't even know if you can sing because you don't like post the things, or I don't even have. There's not even a link for me to go to YouTube or to anything to even see. So then I'm going to go to the next person.
And it's okay to like we live in a microwave world right now. Like everybody wants it in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Or less. It's okay to process to step by step it. It's okay to be an upcoming artist, and then next month you're doing shows, and then next month you're doing videos. You can't just come with a video and people don't. You can now. Look, don't let me tell you what you can't and can't
There's
do.
lightning striking though.
I'm saying that to be taken as a professional and knowing what you do, and people to take you serious. It's always good to know, a little bit of homework or have done some research on what you do. So it's okay to be an up and coming artist is what I'm saying. You don't have to. I just start rapping last month and I got 20,000 views. You don't have to have that.
No.
You're supposed to have 100 views your first month.
I have booked people who have done no shows. I have booked people just because I like their voice. I have booked people who haven't dropped their first single yet but they do a good live show.
Right.
And it doesn't just do something, just present something. Like you said, you don't need to have, I'm not looking to see if you have $20,000 followers.
Yeah, because it's fake, first of all.
I don't care. I want to know if you could come rock this stage and
you do care, Qamil. Let me tell you why you care. Let me tell you why you care. You care the same reason I care, and I do the same thing you do. Because if I book you and you have 20,000 followers, I know 100 people coming.
Well,
it's not even about the money or nothing. It's about the good show. At this point, if I book somebody that got 20,000 followers, and
you hope so, yeah.
They going. This show gonna be lit.
It better be lit.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like not, and
it's hard. Say that. Balance, yeah.
I say that to say that we know the difference between real and fake. It's just like even me.
Yeah, I've had people who have, like an artist who had lots of followers, lots of engagement, but the people didn't buy tickets. And then I've had artists who are just kind of new, starting out. All their mama and them is there.
That's what I say. Make it make sense.
Never really know, so that's why I say.
No.
I mean, yeah, I care, but I don't care. But I really care about, are you good? Are you passionate? Do you give a shit? Because I don't know if your mom and them gonna buy tickets or if
trust me,
gonna show up. I don't know.
The same thing you just said. The people gonna show up for the people that got.
They've been showing up.
A real fan base. That's what I'm saying. Your mama, your auntie, your cousins, your sister. That's your first fan base anyway. So if they not supporting you. And I'm not saying that you can't make it because your family don't support you. I'm saying that's
a whole other conversation.
Yeah, I'm saying that they're gonna tell you the truth first.
Hopefully,
like whether they like it or not, they're gonna tell you the truth. Yeah. Like, or you gonna know the genuine part about it is what I'm saying. Like you gonna know their honest opinion.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It's so tricky. It
it's a
just
tricky business, and
is.
us behind the scenes, and a lot of people that try to provide the entertainment for you people out there just want to be. We want to give a good show a lot of times, and it's all relying on these artists. And being an artist myself, I can't say for me because if you book me right now, I'm performing. So
Period.
being an artist, being an artist, an entertainer, should say, being an entertainer, I understand both ends of it. Of
Mm-hmm.
wanting to give a good show, or
Mm-hmm.
somebody paying you to come perform and provide a service.
Yeah.
So if I'm paying you to provide a service, I just provide the service and come through on your end of the bargain is all I ask.
That's all I really. It's gonna be dope. I make it easy. Like a lot of singers don't have access to bands, don't even know how to go about booking a band or even pricing out how to like. That's like you said. The stages of just starting and saying, "Go to the open mics, people, and sing songs and meet the people."
Yeah.
That is so important. I did open mics for a long time. First, I would just go, then I was featuring, then I got other gigs, and then like it just built over the years. None of this stuff was open mic, and then last week I'm in the Middle Eastern singing to everybody. Like that was
I've
crazy.
seen that. I've seen that. And you know what I will say, because back when we were doing this, like coming up, and I've been doing this since high school, but I'm saying, as far as professionally, I always put professionally on things. Like
Mhm.
professionally, since 2007, I had got my first LLC.
Mhm.
So before then, I wasn't doing it professionally. I would just say freelancing like anybody else. But when
Right.
I got my first LLC and doing it the business way, I started to take my brand serious. So
Yeah.
it's more of the brand. And I don't think people understand that with me. Like people argue and they'll take my personality serious, but it's all about my brand.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot of things that was happening, and you inspire other people to do things, and then they'll do it and you'll see them doing kind of what you're doing. Like
Mhm.
back when we were coming up, it was newer. Like I said, social media isn't what it is. So if somebody seen me doing something, I could see them look at me, watch them watch me, and then them do the same thing. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And back then at first, instead of being flattered by people
Yeah.
taking my formula or what I was doing and being inspired and putting their own twist on it, you'll be kind of be like, ugh,
Like do
because
your own
people because
thing.
people wasn't giving you your flowers. And
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, because I wasn't new. My name had been out there, but for me not to be new and then for you to just steal my whole thing and what I do, and
Yeah.
then not even be like, hey, shout out to them over there because I watched it. I think I had to get over that part of it. And not putting you in that category. I'm just saying I've watched people like yourself who've come up after I've been doing it for years.
I think
And
I was on your radio show a million years
what I'm
ago.
a million, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Different.
I'm not that type of person that says, oh, they were, but it's like I watch people who have been on my platforms
Mhm.
who to go on to do the same things or even greater is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've managed people that I'm now acting on their series and things of that nature. Like
Yeah.
I'm not one of them people. All I ask is when you get there,
Yeah.
reach back for me. you
Yeah.
know, I think I'm more, but it doesn't happen. I have those relationships with people like you. If I called you and asked you, hey, I have an artist, I want to get on the show, you would always welcome me and things of that nature. And
I don't
I
know what
think
I'm
that's
doing.
the
What I'll
importance.
just put together. Sure, whatever. I know if I have knowledge or an opportunity or a stage, like I mentioned, Easton, I could have got up there and sang for 3 hours. I had a whole guest set. Like y'all want to come? I'm doing Easton. I think people should know who
Yeah,
you are too. Like that's
yeah.
how I roll. So I'm like this is
Easton,
much in the
Easton,
middle of Easton.
disclaimer, Easton, before the live was started, Camille was saying something, but I'm gonna say this. Easton, white people out there, like
There's white people out there.
white people out there.
It was beautiful. It was old white people, young white people, little kids, black people,
Black
all
people,
kinds of
mixed
people,
people.
mixed people, everybody. It was a nice little salad bowl.
It was
I don't like
ethnic.
I don't like melting pot because
It was
that
ethnic.
it was diverse. And
Yeah.
I was singing R&B in the Middle East, and I started going to open mics. I was at what was that pool hall on Livingston, Bellagio's or something.
Bellagio's. Yeah, when I used to, yeah,
That was
yeah,
one of my first shows
yeah.
from
See, yeah.
Bellagio.
Shout out to me. Hold up,
Was
hold
that
up.
your
Speaking,
showcase?
yeah, that was my show.
Wow.
I was the I'm the reason for it. Now that you said it, see,
I
she didn't shout it out my venue. I was the
forgot.
first bring the live shows to Bellagio's, which is
Yeah.
now the pub now or whatever. It's something else now, but
It's,
it. But yeah, yeah. But and I say that to
what?
say that when we were doing those events back in the day in the talent, everybody it was real talent. We were writing songs, we were performing on beats. We like people was performing their hearts out
They
to
was
the point.
nobody. I would come up there, and it was like a whole lineup of people. I started making R&B friends, and
And then you created your lane.
I created my own thing. I was like, I want to do my own thing, some kind of way. Like, but you gotta in there back to what you said to these artists. You gotta start. You gotta go to things like all kinds of things. Don't think you about to be at Nationwide Arena tomorrow. You gotta go to the open mics, meet people. That's the thing that's missing, that human connection, especially after the pandemic. People
Yeah,
like don't want to go meet people and network and just
yeah. The pandemic, it was already like that
I
because
don't, yeah.
but pandemic
Whew,
made it comfortable. Like,
yeah,
but the crazy thing is, I never stopped working through the pandemic. I was on tour with my artists. It was like I worked through the whole pandemic, even though we had certain things shut down. But like, I wanted to do this in the pandemic, like what I'm doing now.
yeah.
Like, but it's a timing for everything. My timing and my schedule didn't allow it. Now that I have it now,
That was
I
perfect.
can offer it better though.
Mhm.
I have the space. I'm more at peace.
You
I
learn
can
how-
actually have a conversation with Camille
Yeah,
and say, "Hey, Camille, are you free on this day? Does this work?" Yeah, I'm great. Woo, woo. We can both put the kids up. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. So I'm a firm believer in timing is everything. I want to ask you this right now too. Um, Collaborations. If it was somebody that you could collaborate with right now in the industry, who would it be?
Issa Rae. And
Ooh.
she ain't no singer, but she is a powerhouse
Yeah,
and
I'm saying collaborate. Yeah,
she
period.
incorporates R&B. But outside the R&B, I'm a writer, and like I can score a thing or do a guest spot on the series or something. But like powerful women like her who went from doing a YouTube series to being like this mogul type person, like those are the kind of friends that I'm trying to get to at this point and where I am, because
Me
I don't
too.
have a lot of black women who are running entertainment, like trying to build empires out here, especially not here in Columbus. I don't have like a mirror image. I need to be those kind of people.
I got a couple friends that's very powerful women in the entertainment business in all around the world that I know that would be so dope for you to hook up with. Like one of my good friends in Atlanta, Shar Bates. She done been done everything from BET series to the civil rights. Like she big, like for like something like what you do, and I just like seeing my black women friends connect, like cause I see what y'all do so much bigger than what men do, like on a level like y'all kind of get it. Where like men, it be egos involved. It just always revolves back to an ego at the end of the day. And I'm not saying that every
stuff, like it can get real weird with men sometimes
yeah,
too.
I'm saying even with men and women relationships, it
Yeah,
always has to get weird at. And I'm not saying all of them fail. I'm just
but
saying
a
usually,
lot.
yeah, more often than not. And
Yeah,
usually when women work together, it just usually if they're on business, it usually goes that way.
yeah,
But
it gets very lonely. I mean, I have plenty of friends, but like there's not, I can't pick up the phone and be like, girl, this artist, such and such, or I'm trying to implement this new what and somebody know what the hell I'm talking about. So I spend a lot of time just in my head and who I'm gonna go to brunch with here, who's gonna get me, that kind of thing. So in that way, I don't even think I've ever actually said that out loud. Like it is kind of lonely when you don't have a peer group who gets what you're doing because they're experiencing similar things or trying to build or already have built something similar. I am totally okay with being not the most experienced person in the room. I want to learn. I want to,
yeah,
build connections.
facts.
Yeah.
and I'm the same way. Like, and don't think it doesn't go that way with us men. Like,
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, it's hard to find the actual ones that's just like, bro, let's do this. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. We can just put our money together and get a million. Yeah, it's hard. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Nah, it's always got to be a head button thing or an ego. And when you do find those genuine relationships, it's like you kind of hold on to them. Like, and the crazy thing is with me being in so many areas in the United States and just being connected to so many different people, like I'm just been blessed with being able to go outside of my hometown that I'm from, and
Yeah.
people treat me the same way. Like they've known me my whole life. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like when I go over here, it's just like me. I ain't even leave where I was at. They treating me the same. Actually, they treat me better. Let's just say that much. Like they treat me better than you people around here. You people treat me like I'm nothing in Ohio.
Like you can see me
Let's
every
just say
day.
that. I get treated well when I'm outside of 270 and
Hey,
71.
it's
I
true.
get
When I
treated
go
great.
staying other places, it's a completely different. In Columbus, you'll never see me make a post complaining about Columbus and
Oh,
how they and the support because I've been super blessed and people will be like, "What you got going? Where's it at? Buy a ticket." They there. But still, when you go to another land, people treat you differently, and it's in a good way.
they treat you as so like they treat you as like what you. I'm reading your resume. Okay, let me just this little bit. Boom, bio. Often referred to as Renaissance woman, Camille is the CEO of Columbus, Ohio-based multimedia live entertainment production company, So Dope Entertainment. She is a powerhouse vocalist, gifted songwriter, published author, director, and producer. So I shouldn't have to read anything else after that. Is what
Right.
I'm saying. The key first sentence, first line, first boom, introduction told you what she does. My point is, we live where we're from. It's too many people you got to prove that to.
They don't
Okay,
care about none of that.
let me see. What did she direct and produce and songwriting? Now we got to go to your background. Like now you got to no, even though you can prove it.
Yeah.
Now like, I got to show you all of this. Like, bro, get away from me.
And
And
then I'm
then
like, here's all of it. I make
yeah,
it fine. When you know what booking this with you, I'm like, here's a link, everything you need. Let me know you need anything
that's
else.
all I need.
That's
No.
all there. It's all right there. All the things to show you. Okay, the bio says you did this. Oh, here it is. Boop, 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 boop.
And I can go down it usually in like I said, I'm usually sending these out for my artists. Like when people want to book my artists and stuff, I'm sending a press kit, I'm sending a bio.
Yeah,
I send my bio out when people want to do interview me because it up my bio updates monthly. Like I
yeah.
might have a different festival my artist did. I might have did
Document.
yeah. I have to update it because
Yeah,
you might miss something.
yeah.
Like and just to take it away from me doing the media and what I do like professionally as just being the media person. I have a active acting career right
Mhm.
now that I'm like that's my passion right now, acting, like you know what I'm saying. So and I'm actively doing that, so I don't even push that. Like when
Like,
people think like you're all about self and woo, I don't even push that. I'm out here acting, even looking for roles. All you see me promote is We Promo USA, my businesses, artists, and promoting the next person. I could be actively just out here promoting myself. Like,
I say that about music all the time. I could just sing. I don't have to do nothing. Nothing.
yeah, I don't have to really,
Sing. Like people want to book me to sing. I don't. I could be in Europe
yeah,
right now. Like
yeah, like literally. But in
I
that to
love
go back, that goes back to us saying that we like to, share the stage. And I,
yeah,
I love seeing I love helping other people win. If I can do this, like you said at Easton, I want to bring somebody else so you can do this too. Like, hey,
yeah.
yeah, Camille brought me up here at Easton. We were singing,
It
woo,
was
woo, it's a vibe. Like, nobody wants to be rich by themselves. Like,
no.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only one here and y'all over there. Like,
Feel
no,
like a proud mom. Like, okay, and next this artist, I met them such and such, and they can really sing, and I'm so excited for you to hear them, and we'll give it up.
right.
And they're that. Yes, I could have done 12 more covers in that time frame, but it's not necessary. I want you to know
No.
who else is out here. Like that is what my whole company is about. Who out here? What we doing together?
So I want to. So you did. I want to give you accolades too because you was nominated for the Ohio Hip Hop Awards in 2014 and 2015.
I was.
So that was real big when we was doing music heavy coming up in that 10 years ago or
Yeah.
less period. Now they got the Ohio Entertainment Awards with my homie Dre Day, Drew Lloyd, and them do. But speak about just being nominated at that time for Ohio Hip Hop Award in
The
those 2 years.
first nomination, I was briefly in a group. So basically, I was the Lauren Hill of the group. So, and it was really dope. And we did the Ohio Hip Hop Awards tour in 2014. And then we got to we like won the Ohio showcase at Scully's, so we got to go on the tour. So that was the first time I was nominated as a part of the group. And then 2015, I was nominated for Best Female R&B, and they asked me to perform. I was the only R&B performer on the show, which I thought was like insane. But once I got up there, because I wasn't sure how that was gonna go. Like, first of all, there's no one else doing R&B in the whole entire award show. This is crazy. I don't know how they're going to receive me. I'm like, I'm gonna do something super soulful. I'm gonna do what I do. And it was amazing. Like people were so responsive and they loved it. Um, and it was just it really showed me as an artist that soul music is for everybody. I don't
Right.
care. I'll go in any space and you're gonna feel something. If I can do it in that space, I can do it anywhere. And it was just a really positive experience. They treated me well. It was dope to be nominated, but it meant even more to me to be asked to sing in that space. And then I think I went after that. It was the WTMH Awards. I got nominated for Best R&B, Best Female R&B. I won that one. So there's been stuff like along the way, but the Hype Awards I have been going just to go like before, and I thought that was amazing what they were doing, and what they were doing at that time was a big deal. Like that we would everybody going like
Yeah, it was dope. It was a dope vibe at the time.
it was a dope vibe, but it was cool to be a part and to be seen because they could have picked any singer in the whole entire state of Ohio, but to be like, hey, we want you to come sing in this
Ah,
space.
so you kind of sparked the thing probably for future awards, like
Yeah,
for them to incorporate more R&B and to do that. That probably was
I
dope.
love R&B. Like,
Yeah, man, don't nobody want to hear rappers all day long. That's all I'm just saying. I don't want to hear R&B all day long. I mean, even though you can, but I don't want to hear. Put me on some Miley Cyrus or Taylor Swift or something. Switch it up. Play the bar music or something. Like, I'm just saying
yeah.
something different.
Ohio R&B, and I was in the Middle East, and like Ohio R&B is everything. We got the Isley Brothers, we got Lucy Collins, we got all this stuff because it is such a foundation of so much music and other genres and West
No,
Coast.
Ohio R&B and hip hop has been stolen by America, like by California.
Yeah.
Like they stole our Midwest sound from hip hop and from R&B. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not a thing. Like
I'm
California's
red.
original
Like,
California's original style from when back in the day. I ain't talking about now. Back in the day, California got their hype off of the Midwest, like
mhm,
Bootsy, like all the people she named,
correct.
Ohio players,
That's
Rogers. That's
yep,
all our sound. Like that's just our sound.
yep.
Um,
And I
but
always say that it didn't that talent didn't stop with that. Like God didn't stop making talented R&B singers in the 90s. I know people love the 90s, but we still out here. There's something in the water, in the soil of Ohio that these voices, Levert and like like I said, the Isley Brothers, like it's still happening. We still out here in a
right.
new generation. So I'm Ohio rooftops, Ohio R&B wherever I go. I'll be in London one day talking about I'm from Ohio.
Yeah, I'm from Ohio. I don't know what it is about us Ohio people, but like I don't care where. That's why I posted that clip the other week. Like when May said it to Cameron, like he's from Ohio, and the Cameron was like, "Yeah, I am." Like, you know what I'm saying? Cameron's stupid because he really from New York, but
Right, but
he
he
claimed
play a lot of
Ohio
music.
like me. But
Yeah,
that's how Ohio niggas is. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm from Ohio, nigga. Like South Side, ooh, ooh. You know how we is. Like, and I mean that it's just funny to see that. Like, if you from Ohio, everybody knows that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
if there's such gifts and such talents in people here that are so special, that I have been places and seen people performing. People were good, and I just be in the audience like, yeah, but this one singer back home, man, would have aired this out. Like,
Yeah, no, we got
I
some
really mean
stars.
it. It's
It's
so good.
proven.
It's so it's like in the soil. I would say it's in the soil. And different people ain't gonna do nothing with it. Some people will, but
No.
that birth being born with it, it's
Oh
some gifted
yeah.
people out here.
Yeah, no, it's different. Like yeah,
Ohio.
hopefully one day in the future it changed to better where everybody know how we coming around here. But what do you have coming up for the people in the next 6 months?
Okay, so let's see. On the 23rd of this month, I'm gonna drop an EP. It is not for the children. It's some R&B. It's called August Haze. This is EP. I'm working on a full album for spring, but I wanted to put something out that I have because I have songs and I want them to put them out. So I put a little collection together. So that's going to come out on the 23rd. Every first Sunday, I host Soul Sundays at Natalie's in Grandview. It is a live show. I have an R&B soul feature or two. I have a house band, background singers. It's a restaurant, so you can come be fly. Put it on, come in there, have some dinner, get some music in. And I host and I also sing. So every first Sunday I'm doing that. And let's see, what else do I have going on? I'm gonna make a big announcement in October. Maybe I'll come back and announce it on your show because it's big, big.
Yeah, you gotta come back and give us the exclusives. We
It's,
make it real
it's,
big, you
it's
know what I'm
exclusive
saying?
work. It's big, big. It's the biggest thing I've probably ever
Oh
produced.
yeah, well let's make it big. Let's go ahead and do a party for it and
I,
you know what I'm saying? A lot.
I get to tell people what I'm up to. That'll be in October. So somebody should get the
Yeah,
drop.
because what I'm trying to do is be one of those like, see,
Breaking news.
not but for our area, like it's a lot of people that do what we do, and I had seen you mention something on your post that I was saying like where you was like we need where are the professional platforms in Ohio and stuff, and
Mhm.
I wasn't offended, but I was just saying we like I know a lot of them. I definitely do know a lot of us out here
And it
that have
wasn't to be offensive at all. It was if I don't know and I be knowing, then we need to know. So I
nah, like, and then I'm gonna turn you on, like, cause I know a lot of dope, like, people that I'm inspired by, like, that I've been on their platforms. That is, like, I've been doing radio for so long, and just transitioning it to whatever this is called podcasting. It's the same thing to me, but transitioning it to live visual
Mhm.
podcasting is dope to me and learning. And I'm inspired by a lot of people that I've seen doing it before it was a thing, is what I'm saying. A
Yeah,
lot of the people that I'm inspired by was already doing what I'm doing now. Like, so I'll give those people they flowers. Like, nah, go talk to them because they stuff is probably like 10 times even doper than mine. Like, because they got this going on.
yeah. We need like a
And
directory or something. Maybe we don't need new things. Maybe we just need to do a better job at letting people know what's already in place. Uh,
yeah,
because if people don't know, they don't know. Like,
no, it's the factor of people not wanting to shine light on other people's that's doing good things, and we got to get out of that era. And I think that's why I like this new generation a little bit because they ain't scared
heck
to.
no.
They not scared to give nobody else props.
They be
Like,
sharing stuff.
yeah,
Like,
they want to see their cousin win. They want to see their ops win.
yes,
At,
they do.
at this point, I want to see you win so I could diss you more. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the whole like like we were so stuck in there. I don't even want to see you win. I want to win. Like not all of us, but what I'm saying is the stigma of the older generations.
It's very different. It's very
Yeah,
like I pretend I
right.
don't see the thing. Because then
Yeah,
if I pretend I don't see the thing, then other people ain't gonna see the thing because I ain't gonna talk about the thing. And then
yeah,
these kids, they
yeah.
share the thing. They TikToking.
Nah, they gonna share it. They gonna be transparent about it. They
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Whoa!" They the
They
new
gonna share it,
reality.
like I don't like this dude. Like, but you shared it. They don't care.
Yeah. But look, that's why people like myself or yourself or others that we have out here that can be the ages we are and still adapt because we still understand that.
Yeah.
Like we was never the other 98% of the people. We was always the 2%. So it was like, okay, now that the kids is doing this, we don't agree with everything the kids is doing, but we understand that okay, if you had some structure to some of the stuff that y'all was doing, it could be effective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the ones that do it the right way are effective. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but that's just a learning curve. And people like the ones that grow out of it, they'll, elevate. And the ones that won't. What we ain't is God, and we can't predict the future or how it's going to be. So that's up to Him. But
Yeah.
let everybody know before I let you go where
Okay.
they can follow you at on all platforms, where they can, get your music and stuff.
I make it so easy. It's just Camille, Qamil, so dope, like Soul Train, on all the things. It's the same on all things, so you don't have to search far. If you put Camille, so I'm gonna be the only one that pops up because the only other Camille's with the Q are in like Dubai or something. Like for real, it's
And she
really
has a link tree, people, so you can go find her
my
and
link.
follow her.
All the things you get show tickets, you can listen to music, you can buy a book, you can whatever. You can email me, all from Linktree. Camille. That's it.
If you need some mentorship, if you're up and coming, I'm not. See what I don't do, my friends. I be soliciting my friends. Like, I'm not saying that she does these services, but she has all these services available. So obviously, if you need help or guidance on any of these things to know to point yourself in the right direction, don't hesitate to reach out to
Ask me a question. I'm
you
okay
know
with questions. Like I have kids, so I might not message you back immediately. But if you're respectful and you approach me like you have some sense, I will respond and I will help you to the best of my ability or get you to the person who can. No problem.
Yeah, no, I just think it's dope on what you do, what you offer for the community and people that's coming up and just new talent.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate you coming to have a conversation with me. You
Good.
know, that's just all it is a good conversation. I just want to come, let the people see you be personable, talk. The information gonna come out.
Yeah.
Um, Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Camille definitely has a lot of things going on. Um, sh- y'all go watch the clips, share the clips when they drop. Support everything again that she got going on,
Yay. Thank you for having me.
and
This
I
was
appreciate you for taking
super
the
dope.
time out of your Saturday and rocking with me.
Yes, I even put on my little green dress. I was like, I'm sleepy, but we're gonna do it.
Hey, we
Still
both
building.
we
So
both on the same type of time right now, but I'm a professional, so I have to do my obligation, right? So
that's right. We
we
got
good.
it done.
But again, appreciate you for coming and being a part of the full blown trapping experience. And like I said, in October, make sure you bring that information back to me.
I
Don't
will.
just
I
go to
promise.
Facebook with it. Just bring it to me, and we're
I'll,
gonna get some viewers
we could just hop on a live and then I can and make an announcement.
for sure. For sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Bye.